Costume Society is its tie-up with the London College of Fashion, which is very much a sort of, obviously, a highlight of the fashion study world in London. And we have a study day once a year based here, and that's an enormous, important part of our role, because the Costume Society doesn't just publish an academic journal, it's very keen to link up with the modern world of fashion and dress, but also to expose students of fashion and dress to the history of fashion and dress to help them in their careers in the future. Things I've always been interested in is, as I say, this business of the relationship between of behaviour to dress, and particularly the way that military dress, military uniform, affects the whole of fashion, if you like, and how you can gauge change through that. I guess one of the things that the day is keen to emphasise is that it was not a world awash with khaki. Although it's certainly true, a lot of khaki was around. In George V, the king at the time, wore service dress uniform throughout the war. He also banned alcohol, which is another story completely. But there was also a lot of other colours around. I mean, there was the uniforms worn by wounded soldiers. There was, sadly, a huge amount of black around. So there weren't just men in trenches. I mean, the image we've got of the war, the narrative of the war, that it was all mud and blood in the trenches, is only one narrative. And so the dress that people wore, it's not just khaki. And I think what the day, I hope, will do is to open that up. I mean, there are some particular points, and people going around in trench coats today might realise that they started off in the First World War. There was a bit of a revolution in men's tailoring as well. But I think there's a lot of stories that can be told. And I want to sort of suggest that perhaps some things did change as a result of the war, absolutely. But a lot of change was probably happening before the war, was already in train, maybe was accelerated. We'll see.